What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Goodness gracious, man. Did y'all see this new excerpt? It's a political article, right? It's this excerpt of Donna Brazile. Okay, so Donna Brazile, I kind of like Donna Brazile, but she got things, the way she looks at things, and I'm gonna touch on that later, is off, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just, I don't know. She kind of touched me the wrong way a little bit, but I feel like this book really should be retitled Sold Out. And that's on a few different levels. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So if you go read the political article, read it from the beginning. It's a lot of nitty gritty, some technicals. She'd be naming names. It kind of reminds me of like almost like a Trump-esque type of move where she's like, you know what, fuck it. I'm letting everybody know everything. And that's what the main reason I named this Sold Out is because this book, I feel like it's gonna sell out. They're not gonna be able to keep this thing on the damn shelf. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, based on this article, especially, you're going to have people from the right and the left trying to be like, well, especially the right, because they want, based on this coming out in Politico, and that's a whole nother issue or a whole nother part of the wrinkle, you know. Politico put it out. Mm. Oh man, coffee this early in the morning or late in the night. Mm. My wife, she did me right. She went and got me some dark roast. I think the dark roast is a little bit better for me because I like it to be kind of strong and then lighten it up with all the cream and sugar. You know what I'm saying? So I like that strong taste, but the cream and sugar's got to be strong in there. Yeah, I got some new sunglasses, man, but these things are too big for my headphones, so I can't hear. I can't see these lights, so I'm gonna put these thinner ones on. But yeah, yeah, that's better. That's better. Yeah, yeah. So Gwen Eiffel, Gwen Eiffel, you remember Gwen Eiffel, man? She just died from some kind of cancer and whatnot. She kind of, that's who, like, when I think about the black journalists and whatnot, I think of and Donna Brazile. Donna Brazile, she kind of. She kind of reminds me, like, it's hard to put these people into like boxes, right? I hate to classify anybody, but if I was pressured to, I would I would I would I would say Donna Brazile would be a cross between a Gwen Eiffel, uh, um Gwen Eiffel, Al Sharpton, and Medea. I swear. Hello. Yeah, cause she's got that thing, man. She's got that feel, man. She's, like she's gonna, like, she has her way of looking at it, right? But she's gonna lay it down like that, especially based on this article. So go ahead and read the article and whatnot. Long story short, DB takes on the DNC, ran into some BS, and had to tell Bernie. I had to write that shit down. That was like almost poetic, maybe not. It's probably like stupid, but so if you read down, I'm going to read the last part because this kind of goes, it gets a little bit deeper into some issues that I feel like is something wrong with these people. you know, so let me figure out where's my screen share. There we go. Let's do that one. Yeah. All right, cool. All right. So I'm gonna read this. I don't know. I might do a few voices. I don't know if it might be like a cross between like the Nutty Professor's mom slash, the Nutty Professor's grandma slash, Medea. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to keep it interesting. Okay. I had to keep my promise to Bernie. I was in agony as I dialed him. Keeping the secret was against everything that I stood for, all that I valued as a woman, as a public servant. Hello, Senator. I've completed my review of the DNC and I did find the cancer, I said, but I would not kill the patient. I discussed the fundraising agreement that each of the candidates had signed. Bernie was familiar with it, but he and his staff ignored it. They had their own way of raising money through small donations. I described how Hillary's campaign had taken it another step. I told Bernie I had found Hillary's joint fundraising agreement. I explained that the cancer was that she had exerted this control of the party long before she became its nominee. Had I known this, I never would have accepted the interim chair position. But here we were with only weeks before the election. Bernie took this stoically. He did not yell or express outrage. Instead, he asked me what I thought Hillary's chances were. The polls were unanimous in her winning, but what he wanted to know was my own assessment. Okay, so Bernie's like, hey, Miss Queen Black Woman, what do you think? Right? I think Bernie honestly wanted to know what she thought. I don't know. You think Bernie would have like if she said, "Yo, you need to fight this shit, dude." You think Bernie would have been like, "Yeah, I need you though." I don't know, man. You think Bernie would have like went in against it because he would have had some help. He would have had to had some help. He couldn't have just been like, "Yo, you know, Donna just told me that this is some bullshit, right?" Nah. Bernie was like, yo, bae, what you think I should do? Okay, so this is Donna. I think I should do it in a different voice. I think I should do it in his grandma's voice. I had to be frank with him. I did not trust the polls, I said. I told him I had visited states around the country and I found a lack of enthusiasm for her everywhere. Yeah, I think that's better. That's it right there. I was concerned about the Obama coalition and about millennials. Ooh, we the millennials. The millennials. Now I think I'm gonna go back to his mom. I urged Bernie to work as hard as he could to bring his supporters into the fold with Hillary, into the campaign with all the heart and hope he could muster. He might find some of her positions too centrist and her coziness with the financial elites distasteful, but he knew and I knew that the alternative was a person who would put the future of this country in peril. I knew he heard me. I knew he agreed with me, but I never in my life had felt so tiny and powerless as I did making that call. When I hung up the call to Bernie, I started to cry. Not out of guilt, but out of anger. We would go forward. We had to. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. D Train got all theatrical and shit. That's cool though. But you know what? Oh, dude. Okay, so before the convention, before there was a nominee, she had already taken over control of all the money. So you knew it was going to go towards funding her, right? So right there, I'm just trying to figure out how she can be, free, and Dinesh D'Souza had to do time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go there. And a lot of people, not just Dinesh, man. That's just one. Like that's just one. I don't know why I chose him. There's a lot of people throughout time. I guess I'm just hey, Insomniac. That's what I'm talking about. I got up early and I saw this and I was like, I'm gonna talk about it. So my synapses might need a little extra time to synapse. But I'm just saying, she did all of this. Dinesh D'Souza went to jail. Marinate on that for a minute. I mean, come on. You gotta laugh so you don't start crying, dude. Sometimes you gotta laugh about this shit, dude. I swear, man. Cause you'll be all frustrated and be like, oh man, that's messed up. Goodness, man. Okay. So how does this fit into the whole narrative of the whole, I guess, campaign, if you really want to think about it? Because if you look at all the other stuff that the Clinton Foundation and the Clintons and the DNC and the Wasserman Schultz Sis and the John Podestas and the hacking email hacking kind of phishing scandal, how does that all play in, right? Two, okay, you got the Russian dossier that was funded by the Clintons. Did some of that money from the DNC that she hijacked go towards this Russian dossier? Right? I mean, think about it. She had control before the thing, and you got to wonder, like, okay, maybe the facts had already came out, but I was just looking at this, article, and I'm just like, just brainstorming. Okay, and you got the Benghazi thing that was back in the day. We didn't forgot about that, but just got to keep that out there. You got Libya, that's already gone. Okay, Libya's messed up. But yeah, why? I don't know what happened in Libya. Why are all these Libyans, Africans, trying to escape these people that Muammar Gaddafi was trying to protect these black African Libyans from them? Why are they trying to get to Italy? You know what I mean? So there's that. I remember back a few years ago seeing YouTube videos of mass graves in Libya. They were just bulldozing black bodies in these holes, dude. We came, we saw, he died. That's what she had to say about that. Now, I don't I do know a little bit about Muammar Gaddafi. bloodless coup, but bloodless coup in Libya. You know, he he took over the country, and people didn't mass die because of it. Okay, so then you got the Trump collusion with the Russian hacking. No, that didn't happen, evidently. I mean, where's that? But then somehow in all of this, they indict Manafort and a couple other people, right? They indict Manafort. It is like, okay, what about all of this other stuff over here? Some people saying that he's getting ready to go into the that's just his way of getting into Trump, getting closer to Trump, and some people are saying that that's another way of them looking um looking at Hillary. I mean, what do you think? Man, what if Mueller was a mole, right? For the Republicans or the I don't know the libertarians or conservatives. What if that was the case, or what if other people were moles for the other side? This deep state shit is for real, dude. Oh, you gotta wonder, man, who is Hillary's PR person? Like, who is that person? All right, Hillary. Deny, 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 man. That's what we do, baby. Hey, don't stray from the script. You ain't in jail yet, right? I think this one's a little turn to the left. To the left. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's that, man. I'm just wondering, how does all of this stuff fit into the whole narrative of what's going on? You know, I mean, she was busy, dude. Like, no wonder she was falling down all over the place, man. She's worrying about this, worrying about that, trying to cover. Do you think she was really worrying about it? Because it seemed like they all thought she was going to win anyway. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to win anyway. So yeah, don't worry about all that. Yeah, 95%. Yeah, yeah, we got this. But back to this Donna Brazile article. So you got all of this stuff going on. You got the WikiLeaks, which is the main reason she went in the first place, to find out after she got in, after Wasserman Schultz got booted, right, for her corruption. And they still looking into all of that with the Anwan brothers, right? So after all that, she's like, all right, she made a deal with Bernie. Bernie was like, yo, baby, why don't you check this shit out? You're gonna be on the inside. You're gonna have some access to some files and shit, dude. Why don't you check that out for me, darling? You look good today. I like your hair. Nah, Bernie probably sounded more like, I like your hair. Hey, when you get on the inside, you have to vindicate me, and you have to find out where I can't do his accent. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I suck at that one. I might have to work on it maybe later, but he's like, yo, you got to get in there and see what's going on, baby doll. And who's a liar, right? She found out all of this information and she made that call, and I read part of the call or whatever to you. Oh yeah, it's about to be on like Donkey Kong because my man Trump, he's cracking down on them pedophile rings and them white slavery rings where they bring in women and having them turn them into prostitutes and whatnot. I believe he's cracking down on that, or he started that early on in the administration. That's why I believe a lot of these sting operations are starting to get into the Hollywoodosphere. You know what I'm saying, or these other places like pedophile rings, and I think he has whoever he has on that, they the right people. I'm gonna have to go do some research on that, but yeah, I think that's all I got on this. You know, how does this fit in to all the other stuff, man? I mean, it might shed some light on some money situations where somebody got the money after they were found bankrupt. They were going bankrupt, need $1 million loan or whatever. Maybe this shed some light on that. You know, maybe this shows where some of this money for this dossier stuff and this other stuff happened. You know, so yeah, if I was a Bernie supporter, man, I'd be upset. I don't know. But we already talked about this beforehand. We knew somehow she rigged it. Now it's just coming to light how. You know, she had control of the money, of course. You know, it's just like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Give him a couple dollars here. All right, one for you, 1 million for me. You know, one for you, 325,000 over here for me. So it ain't hard to see how that happened now, but some people, I mean, people knew, but they didn't know to the extent that it happened. Now, Gwen, she might have to, Gwen, I keep calling her Gwen now. Donna, she might have to, Donna Brazile. Hell, man. She done stepped on a Clinton toe, man. She might have to watch her back now, man. You know how, I done did that Hillary body count Clinton, video. I mean, I didn't go into any names or any like thing like that, but I was just making the point that she mentioned something that like she hopes Donald Trump doesn't go after journalists. And I thought that was quite rich of her to say something like that, where people around the DNC, the Seth Rich situation. I mean, you had actual people who were journalists. Seth Rich was, I think he was might have been a staffer, but um, Joe Biggs' friend, Michael Hastings. People like that. I mean, they were onto some things that had something to do with that whole situation too. I'm pretty sure, probably. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there, but you gotta wonder now, man. Did something that some people were working on back then eventually come to light now? I mean, I'm not saying this in particular, but you gotta wonder: is killing these people worth it? You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like what they say, man. What happens in the dark, eventually, it's gonna come to the light. So I guess you can marinate on that. Until next time, thank you for tuning in for as long as you did, and I hope to see you soon. Please like the video, subscribe, share if you haven't already, and you know, just stay away from some of that bunk and get into some of that bunk. You know what I'm saying? Some bunk is good and some bunk is bad. So you just gotta, separate the bunk from the other bunk. But there's a bunch of bunk out there. So just gotta sift through that shit. Peace out.